So this is very heavy metal here, and given what it is, you can find sense in it. I want to give thanks to Keymailer and Brainhack Magic for allowing me to share with you early access 0.5.1 of Counterclocking, which I've heard and they've said is inspired by games the likes of Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, and Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, just to name 3. Before I go in, of course, I better check the camera stuff. I don't see anything about it, so I guess I'm just gonna have to go in. But how does this work here? Does it work like them? Because I do love me some character action. I used to call it stylish action, but what kind of action do you call it then? I've heard Wikipedia call this character action, those 3 franchises, or 2 franchises and 1 game in a franchise. What I feel bad about, because I don't want to push my PC more than it gets pushed, I can't change the window size. It's all full screen to whatever resolution your monitors are at. You can't turn it into a window. So for that, I feel bad. I mean, to have the option would be a nice thing, especially since I'm running on 1 PC and not 2. Taking a little time to compile shaders, I see. While I wait, I think I should mention I've normally been recording the game and my voice recording, but I'm doing them all at once right now, and I'm probably going to do that for a few videos, so I want to see and hear how they must be. If it feels just as fine as any of the past videos I've done, please let me know. If not, then I'll go back to what works. But this could work. I've put in the same kinds of filters I would with Audacity, where I would record my voice and splice it in. I can do that if it's better than this. But if this is just fine, then I got nothing to worry about. The main thing is not messing with voice mod, but making sure the PC game audio doesn't get to be way louder than me. I won't be able to adjust that if I do everything all in one program. That said, it's much easier for me to do with console games because that's by a console, not by individual game. It's still taking a bit of time. We're gonna get there though, don't you worry, we're gonna get there. I guess the music looped all the way back now. It'll probably be okay to fast forward through it. Here we are. Who's saying, "Are you ready for the mission?" Well, it's Soma, but I don't know if any gender is involved in any of this. I probably don't have to think of that when it comes to voices. For all I know, I honestly don't know. So, are you ready for the mission? Bring it on. Okay, there's a major traffic disruption on the city highway. Law enforcement set up a checkpoint and is stopping every vehicle. Our delivery vehicles must pass without a search. Your mission? Neutralize everyone operating the checkpoint so our convoy can get through before reinforcements arrive. Simple enough. Nice beam in, and this does look good to me. We'll say that much. So, overdrive with left bumper or L1 on a PlayStation controller. You need 1 block of energy to activate. Greatly improves speed and defense. Converts energy to health. Melee attacks harvest energy from enemies, huh? Weapons and locking. So the D-pad switches weapons. L2 switches back to previous weapon at any time, even during attack chains. R3 to lock onto an enemy and use the right stick to select an enemy while locked on. And no inversion. Doesn't tell me the controls in game with the fighting, actually. Right now, I'm just mashing. I do see health meters. So how many hits then? Are these mines? They're not mines. Okay. So it looks like a 5-hit combo there. It's a 5-hit as well. I think so. Now I don't think that combos, that's just range. So I see health and I see energy, and it's all at the bottom for the most part instead of the corners. Now we got some, well, more special attacks to learn. Like Bato Juice. Bato Juice. That involves R1, then move in a direction, then square. That is neutral. So that's a launcher there. And follow up with an air combo. A pile driver with gauntlets. So that's like an actual pile driver tool there. Scissor lift. Yeah, that's totally a Shoryuken. And long shot, all with RB. These aren't the typical slashes I'd be used to hearing, but they're probably because lasery. There's the locking on. Is there a heavy attack? There is a heavy attack. And it looks like it doesn't matter where they are in the chains. They're gonna be very different, so yeah. So that's why there's 2 lights and 1 heavy there. And there's such a thing as air dashing. Swap between weapons to do things like that. And dashing doesn't reset the sequence neither. Special moves and firearms attacks reset the sequence, huh? Most aerial moves provided a brief air stall. Attacking with a different weapon resets the chaining sequence. Switching weapons back and forth, you can extend air stalls and perform long air combos. This is some stuff to learn here. And I see the dashing. They say air dashing, so there better be regular dashing. And a shield gauge under their health bar can be interrupted. And attacking from behind deals double health damage and shield damage. A bright red effect like that when hidden from the back. Like that red slash. We can't lift in the air. I think he must have had another layer of shield, perhaps. I'm not 100%. I think this is as fast as, I forget the name, can run too. Strong enemy ahead. Heavily armed law enforcement unit. No problem. I got this. Careful. Sending a quick breeze to your HUD. Aim for the joints. Copy. Engaging. It does look dangerous there. And these lines do provide a kind of like, I think of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, when a laser walls show up between Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul, where Qui-Gon ends up on his knees to what looks like meditating, but effectively gets ready to yeet his force from his physical body so he can become a force ghost. Effectively. This is that same kind of feel, like to get ready for the fight. Not to lose, but to just get ready to get into action. At the Sphere of 17, Captain, Department of Civilian Law Enforcement. There's definitely a shield there and big hitboxes. I want to get around and get backstabbing attacks in. I probably shouldn't expect it. No, I did get it. There's kicking as well as punching. There's the stuff. Now the shield's down. Now the shield's back up. Maybe I'll go into overdrive. It's still getting all kinds of damage in though. So I felt that extended air stall. All targets down. Great work. Captain's Corps held a few combat modules. Installing them now. Nice. Free upgrades? My favorite kind. And apparently it's like copying enemies or Robot Master's powers from Mega Man. They also made sure to mention that. So how would that work exactly? Oh, Soma is a woman then. Hey, this new HQ is kind of nice. I love the view. Did you see the workshop? I made it twice as big as the old one. And you're welcome. That hair on Axio does not look all that great to me, though. I'm not sure how to describe... Oh, no. Some of that hair kind of looks like blackened bacon. I don't think that's what anyone's going for, but I feel like the hair is just not at all feathery. I'm not one to talk, or I'm one to talk though. I mean, this is not feathery, like easy to see and sift through hair. It's all tightly coiled. But I don't get that same vibe from Axio at all. And now that I say it, I can't stop seeing bacon. You say it like you paid for it. The Cortex did. Let's try the new mission control system. Looks like the Cortex doesn't care about target order. All 8 show up at once. Just like most games in a certain Blue Robots franchise, especially in the first 2 sub-series. They know you love that flexibility. Which one are we doing first? What indeed? Why don't I look at action manuals? Okay, it's not gonna tell me about the regular attacks. No, it won't. So I have a part. Troll. Oh no. Troll.exe. Basically a taunt to make enemies more aggressive. There's surely a reason to have that. I don't feel like messing with it right now though, but I'm sure there are reasons for it. Then perpetual motion channels health into energy. So overdrive channels energy into health. Perpetual motion channels health into energy. And you can upgrade your movement speed. You can upgrade your health. You can start with 1 block of energy. And defeating an enemy restores a small amount of health and energy. That may be really nice. And then 2% more energy from melee attacks based on the enemy's current combo count. Each level from energy gained from blocking or receiving damage by 20%. You can block? I know you can dodge, but can you block? I don't remember even being able to block. I'll go vampiric here. And you can refund it, just like in Devil May Cry. And there are the designs here of the various... I'm not even sure what they are. Cyber Succubus. Bionic Masked Warrior, and they do have names. Silver Blade. Blood Haze. Whispering Shadow. Blade Queen. The Flame Bearer. And the Neon Queen. And she actually is a pop star. Okay. Is there any Mega Man-like puzzle in regards to any things you get from the bosses work against other ones in better ways? Who do I feel like fighting first? I kind of feel like fighting her first just because. So, they're all keepers is what it is. They're keepers. Akara, the Cyber Succubus. Akara, also known as the Cyber Succubus, is a highly skilled cyber criminal who resides in an underwater data center. With shimmery golden eyes and an otherworldly aura, she is a formidable opponent. The facility consists of interconnected chambers dedicated to Akara's operations, including data storage and advanced security systems. The player must navigate these chambers, each more complex and challenging than the last. A team of well-trained guards protects the center as well as Akara's clone army. Her long-range attack can dazzle and charm opponents. I guess we'll start with this, why don't we? For all I know, this may not be a long game, but it is also early access, so no easy way to tell. If you enjoy you some guitar, then listen to this, perhaps. Today's target is special. Possibly the worst corner of the internet. You mean a state-funded social engineering farm? Not exactly new. A big chunk of it runs as a dating site. That's predatory. If I'm getting brainwashed, I prefer it's done by someone attractive. Kidding. Mostly. Ew. Focus. Mission first. What's the plan? In and out. Grab what matters, leave no ripples. Keep chatter low. Definitely beaming in like Mega Man, though. How about we get out of the way there? They both have shields, it feels like. Definitely breaking shields here. I wonder why I would need to switch the gun. But we're not done yet, are we? Then we got gunners. They probably need to go. And there's plenty of hurt to come in. If I'm not careful, I probably need to be doing that. Did I dodge through an attack by chance? That shield's definitely broken. There they go. I thought that was it. But somehow no. Thank you, Overdrive, for bringing me some health back. So, not much in the way of platforming. And who do I want to go for immediately, really? I am getting that dodging in, though. Okay, they're both down, so now I can focus on them. Maybe not deal with the shields much. Then the shields came right back. With a stun there, we'll get this here. And it says eliminate all enemies. And there's some explosion there. Because of that caster. I'm gonna go with this here. Oh, there's the shotgun. I wonder... There is hit stun there. It does up the combo pretty reliably. Now, I know that ain't right. I mean, it can make sense. It's still a flat surface, but clearly standing on air. I have no idea how the song goes. Like, I don't know the tone or anything, but believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I have no idea how that goes. That's just what's happening here. You can absolutely tell when you turn the camera. That is definitely walking on air. Or running. Certainly less so here. Not there. That's probably more nitpicks than anything. Whoop. I don't feel like dealing with all of that. I said I don't feel like dealing with that. Don't mind the shotgun feel though. Ain't nothing to worry about here. Oh yeah, I forgot all about the vampirism too. I forgot very much that I have that as a skill. I can't get very high to get away from all that I see. I'm not even being rated on how I do stuff, am I? I don't feel very rated. And there wasn't much left. I don't know why I didn't get rid of them sooner. That's all fine there. Yeah, I want to switch between Blade and Gauntlets. Then we're beaming into a portal. We're super jumping into a portal.
Strong enemy detected ahead. Likely your target.
On it.
Stay sharp. Be careful.
Got it. And there she is. Founder and CEO of Encryptica Data Service, Kara. Maybe I should deal with these ads. These additional enemies. I hope I don't get actually charmed as a status effect. Now, I feel like I would have to shoot. They're just getting in the way. Much in the way. Why don't I go overdrive? Like, not much is whoop. Had to be aware of that though. Don't mind getting them kicks in. That sniper bullet missed, and so did that. If she hits from range, I can too. In fact, we can probably kill her like this. I kinda thought there might have been a little more of a challenge. Target down. Pulling data.
Data confirmed. She also has some combat routines you can use. Installing now.
So perhaps now, because of that, I can double jump. But not necessarily use her charm, it seems. So maybe it doesn't quite work like that. Or it could be more like Zero. I mean, you didn't get... No, you did get an attack alongside the double jump from both Split Mushroom and Grizzly / Crescent Grizzly. In X6, those were both in Mega Man X4 and Mega Man X5, by the way. But in Mega Man X6, when you get Zero, he naturally has the double jump.
Look at the data we pulled.
And he takes a drive and studies it. Do you know the timestamp this checkpoint recorded?
We don't have the equipment to read that. Sorry.
I doubt this tiny device logged everything we'd need to rewind to that exact moment. He didn't just put his arm through himself, did he? She definitely put her arm through her thigh, though.
Sometimes it's depressing. After all that tech, the best time machine humanity has just makes the universe run backward.
I still think time manipulation is incredible. I don't mind that it only goes back, or that memories roll back. Getting a second chance to fix regrets should be celebrated.
Stop! I don't like clinging to the past. Eyes forward. You love new tech.
I do like new tech. Do we have anything new today?
Yes, the parts you collected are enough to unlock some upgrades. Check the options when you have time.
Their hands definitely went through their bodies, though. Then, there is such a thing as Jump Escape, a short invulnerability window. And Overvoltage, those are new there. Costs 1 block of energy and provides an auto parry shield that prevents the next 2 instances of unblocked damage. Okay. Maybe I won't get anything yet. Hey, we'll go to the Desert Infantry. Jian Long, a bionic masked warrior. Jian Long, also known as the Iron Dragon, is a fierce military commando who runs a training camp of highly competitive and violent soldiers. He has 2 metal prosthetic legs and a bionic mask that hides his face, making his movements hard to read. He wields a thick, 2-handed sword that seems impossibly heavy, yet he moves with feline grace, and his swordsmanship is unparalleled. His signature whirlwind attack spins the massive blade in a deadly arc, creating a wall of steel that is nearly impossible to penetrate. Sounds like my kind of customer. I can hardly decide if I ever enjoy one-handed or 2-handed swords more. I may just have a good feel for both kinds, for all I know. What do you think of this game? No, I think I better say that for once we get to the end of this scene.
That camp is known to be hostile. Proceed with caution.
Yeah, real charmers.
I'm serious. Keep your guard up.
Stop. Going in careful.
I'm seeing activity ahead. Expect resistance.
Noted. I'll adapt on the fly. It's bright here. Probably explains why it's in the daylight. And what a military installation here. And what's with those 6 things in the bottom? What do they mean, if anything? Are they like some spiders? In fact, it's actually reminding me of Ninja Gaiden 3. Now that I say it out loud. Oh, whoa. Multiple hits was bad. That got kind of bad there. I want to backstab badly. Definitely get one hit that does that. Probably should be doing that with the heavy attack more. But yeah, what's with those? Is that just places where the enemies can spawn from? Not to mention the getting health back with that. I wanna deal with the smaller fry first. That's pretty bad, though. Maybe I ought to work this in. I may not be getting energy from this, though. That may be a trade-off. I think it is. And even without the shield, even with the shield up, the heavy attacks just really got through to the enemy there and defeated it. That was nice to stay in the air and get 25 hits. Early access sometimes has achievements. Last I checked, there's definitely not any for this game as of right now. It's okay, it's not the biggest deal in the world, I just like it. But it's not gonna be everything. Let me get out of the way of that. Deal with guns and get out of the way of the dashes. Still, it might not be the most powerful things, neither. If I'm comboing, I feel like I'm getting much more work done. But there's such a thing as friendly fire in this game, too. There really is friendly fire. That's kind of funny. Look at that, they went ahead and killed their own ally. I am good with this. And the juggling with the heavies to keep them from getting back on their feet, all four of them, so that I can just make sure to get the kills on them. And there's a good bit of hurt to be had here. I don't mind sniping here. I also don't mind the shotgunning here, neither. Probably want to get rid of the spiders first. They really do have their own friendly fire to suffer. That was a big swing. Deal with them, get rid of them. Then heavy attacks from behind, so to bring down the shield faster. I guess I should be knocking them in the air so that they really don't have much chance to do much. So if I combo them on the ground while they're stunned, what's this? Super Cola. Taste of willpower. Is that just an energy booster? I haven't seen that before. And then we've got this here. We really do want to keep them in the air so that they can't get their shields back. If they even have shields to begin with. Look at them charging into each other, doing my work for me. That explains what I was doing. I was doing the pile driver before because I had the direction in. Why do you want to use the sword and why do you want to use the gauntlets? That I haven't figured out. Probably do want to switch though, so that you have that air stalled reset. I think that is a good idea, the air stall reset. Not to mention keep them in the air like that too. Not much left here. And all this was traversed on foot. Why did that shadow look like its own texture instead of sand, just darkened by the shadow of the building? I'm not sure. Definitely stylish action though, but there's no pressure of being rated about it that I'm aware of.
Strong enemy ahead. Looks like he's taunting you. Cocky. Your favorite.
Big mistake. I don't like bullies. The world's better off without them. Is he not a bully to the enemies we're fighting? Now for Jean Long, captain of the Department of War. Put a stab there. So they all swords have that slash sound effect in particular. Then he got up in the air with that. Easy to get away. Ooh, ooh! That actually hurts. That actually hurt in a bad way. And I couldn't get the launcher back. But no, that was terrible. Hard to get behind here. If you're not careful, you will get hurt. This would probably be a good time to get the timing down. Is he an overboost? So 5 spin slashes I see there. That could have been bad. We're good now. It's all right. Target down. Pulling data now.
Transfer confirmed. He also had combat routines you'll like. Installing now.
Go ahead. So, battle jutsu. That's a whole lot of slashes there. No, I didn't even think that's why there now. Then ninjutsu, cyclone. That's all nice. So, reasons they use different weapons are different skills you can use in different combos. So there are reasons to use different weapons. You got sword skills from this. So if it's not any advantage against other keepers, it's upping your repertoire of what you can do, which in itself is a nice thing. Another one, another one.
Yay! Cortex just wired the payment. They're fast.
What are we buying this time?
You need some exercise equipment.
What? Don't you see how I fight?
You mean the bionics I installed? Here isn't cardio. You need more exercise to stay healthy.
Can we just use the money to buy more body parts?
No!
Some witty and real friend-like banter there. So I have 2 parts instead of 1. And then FF Battle Jutsu. Costs 30% of health in exchange for unmatched cutting power. Probably a good idea when you got plenty of health and plenty of energy. Or if you got like 60% of your health and you've got plenty of energy, then you go in and do that Battle Jutsu FF. And then the overdrive will restore your health as you're doing a more powerful than already powerful attack. I wonder though, it gets a little hard to figure out what to actually get now. Probably could stand to get more health just in case. Vampiric, though. May as well get that. In settings. Save the game. It's a manual save to do. It shows what keepers have been defeated. Man, you do not want to just exit the game here. So how much even is counterclocking in early access? Almost exited the game. I didn't feel like doing that too soon. How much is it? $10. So this game is $10 and in early access. It feels light in stuff except for the action itself. And you do get to do more things as you beat more bosses. It makes me wonder how far this game goes. It definitely is action-packed, and I do enjoy me some action. If you've been around my Twitch streams, twitch.tv/uncommonsoul, you probably heard me go on and on about my own enjoyment of action games. So this is just another one of those that I could feel hopefully is something that worth playing. And honestly, for the price, it is worth the price, I think. Not to mention it is early access, so may as well get it now before it goes in a full release and decides to up the price. I do hope some graphical things do get fixed. And maybe there'll be more challenge later on. I did suffer a good bit of damage against that second or that third boss, the second choosable boss. But it's not feeling like enough of a challenge yet, or am I too good or too quick to adapt at what is going on? But it's still some game to play that has action and dodging. And perfect dodge is yet to be rewarded. There's probably something in the upgrades to reward perfect dodges. And you can be rewarded by enriching yourself and learning of other games I may have sampled for the first time. And there's a whole playlist of that to help decide what it could be. Or maybe just some random game here. I want to thank Brain Hack Magic and Keymailer again for providing me this game key to share this with you all. And don't just stop here. Check out some other game and see how you might feel about it.